Good afternoon, welcome to Top 5 Bars. You know the rules. I Google the best places to have a drink somewhere and then go check out some of those places. Railway behind this wall, I'm heading to the Belle Vue, a famous old drinker in High Wycombe. See you inside. And there we have the Belle Vue. Lights are flashing, inviting us in on this drizzly, miserable day. Nice, large interior, big old unit. Down the end there, that's where the band's playing. You can see this dude, the Steve Summers band. They're playing here soon. Looks well cool on the poster. Go and have a look at that show. And here we have the chalkboard with the host of forthcoming gigs up. Memphis Rattlesnakes, my band, pre-beard. We've done plenty of shows in the Belle Vue. Always an appreciative audience. That's Sid there, hands in the air. Mike, the bass player, he loves it in the Belle Vue, a favourite haunt of his. Yeah. In fact, we should get ourselves another gig there. Let's see what's happening behind the bar. Zoom in. I can see an Adnams Go ship. A pint of that, please. Well poured, prides itself on real ale, judging by the display of clips they had on the wall behind the bar. The swipe, the sip, delicious, yum yum. And Mrs. Hankey joining me for some swiping action today. Bit of pub magic for you, yeah? Yeah, check them out. Watch this. Love an old photo of a pub on the wall. Looks like it's from the 90s based on some of the cars in the background. And yeah, these look like ribboners or Morris dancers doing some English traditional thing. Can't really call it a dance, can you? So yeah, just been to the Belle Vue. Parked up in the Eden shopping centre. I was actually trying to talk Sarah into doing a Garden of Eden sketch with me with fig leaves, but she was having none of it, so just have to put up with me like this. Anyway, yeah, the Belle Vue is decent. It's definitely been spruced up since the last time I was in there. Yeah, it's always been a sort of rough and ready drinking music bar. Still looks like the same, but they've, yeah, lick of paint, better furniture. Some nice beers on. Yeah, it was good. There was a knitting club in there whilst we were in too, so a nice little community venue, we'll say. Anyway, I'm off to the Rose and Crown next. See you soon. Some graffiti murals around the Desborough Road area, giving it that edgy urban vibe. But this is the approach to the Rose and Crown. Fine old boozer. Absolutely smashing it down in High Wycombe. Yeah, it's the Rose and Crown behind me. I'm just cottoned on that 3 of the bars I'm planning on going in this afternoon, the Memphis Rattlesnakes, my rock and roll band, have done gigs in. There was a Frog Fest many years ago. That's when on the high street they have stage at either end, rock bands playing, entertaining the masses, well attended event. Well, anyway, an old friend of ours called Cedric used to run this boozer behind us, and he ran a Frog Fringe Fest, and we did the gig in the town, and then Cedric had music on all day at his gaff, and in the Rattlesnakes went, and yeah, did an evening show as well. I can't lie, because we were probably being paid in drink on that day. We were a little bit worse for wear, as this photo suggests. Must be going back 7, maybe 8 years. Grand old day. gig in the High Street and then over to the Rose and Crown for some evening mayhem. Spruced up significantly inside since the last time I was in there. Interesting though, full of blokes. It was like that bar scene in the film Men with Jessie Buckley. You'll know what I mean if you've seen it. Anyway, back to the pub. Dog friendly like that, always adds an extra warmth to the welcome. And you can see here, massive display of dog toys. So take your pooch in. Anyway, on to the beers. This is a Marlow Rebellion Smuggler. The Marlow Brewery down at Marlow Bottom, local. Swipe, sip, yum yum. Tasty brew. Proud of its real ale ambitions with this big display of clips, and there we have CAMRA Award 2025. Yep, continuing my Wycombe adventure. Just going to do a shout out to a chap called Vince Mackenzie. Vince was the first head teacher I worked for as a young teacher at Spinfield School in Marlow, and he was a big Chairboys fan. So yeah, still is. I'm sure he still goes every week. But yeah, he used to take me to a few games, and I even seem to remember they'd like Wycombe have like a cup run and maybe made the semi-final of the FA Cup in the early noughties. Proper punching above their weight they were. One of my most memorable nights though was when I'm a Blackpool fan, and I think we went over and beat them 5-2. And I think, you know, for many fixtures after that, whatever the score, we were just singing about that 5-2 night. Happy days. I'd actually misremembered that score, 4-1, still smashed them. And they did indeed make the semis and got beat by Liverpool 2-1. Poor old Wycombe. Anyway, moving into the High Street area to see what's occurring. Thanks, BJ. So here we are, High Wycombe. This is like the High Street, the market building there, and that's where the markets down that street have been running since medieval times. Yeah, it's a famous old town. Big in the chair industry, hence the Blues, Wycombe Wanderers, known as the Chairboys. I think in Victorian times they're like pumping out nearly 5,000 Windsor chairs a day. Really prosperous town. Yeah, the buildings behind me, most of them are from the 1960s redevelopment, River Wide buried beneath our feet and all that, but yeah, imagine what it was like back in the day. Nice to see that building didn't make the cut when they chose to destroy it when they did their revamp all those years ago. Yeah, in fact, actually, here's a story for you. Queen Victoria, she visited here in the 1800s. I can't remember the exact date, but apparently when she arrived and in tribute for her visit, there's a bridge or an archway of chairs that Queen Victoria was invited to travel under in a horse and carriage. I think there's photos of that around. I'll try and find it. Catch you later. Love old buildings like this, and hey, who needs sat-nav? It's all you need to know. Okay, time for pub number 3 on our way to the Antelope. Recently this had shut down, but it's back. Back in business, actually. Went in there the other night for a bit of a birthday bash with the Rattlesnakes. Massive screen, St George's flags up, ready for the World Cup, and the DJ booth in the corner for late night partying. Yeah, you can see here, taking the World Cup preparations very seriously. There's the bar, couple of young staff waiting for some orders, and it's got a big old garden out the back, plenty of space. I'm sure they'll have screens out there too once the World Cup starts. On to the drink. A little bit disappointed there were no real ales, but this Inch's cider did the job. Swipe, sip, yum yum. Stealth filming because I didn't want to get chinned. Group of people smashing back the Jaegers late afternoon. Love an old photo of a pub. Look at that car. Is that from the late 50s, 60s? But the pub hasn't changed much, has it, from the outside? Beautiful. You can see from the state of my hair that it's absolutely pouring down still. Just been in the Antelope, historic pub. Nice pub. It's been done out to a good standard. Disappointing to see there were 2 hand pumps on, but the clips were turned away from the front of the bar because they're off. There wasn't a great selection, so I had to have an inches cider. Plenty of people in there on a right session. I mean, yeah, Jaeger bombs out and it's not even 5 o'clock. But having a good time, so hey, who's to judge? Okay, let's see where we'll go next. Pricey these days, and I hope I don't get them wet, but can't resist a fistful of Commando comics. Pub number 4, the graffiti artists marking their territory. It's the 3 Tons. The rain's still coming down, coats overheads, umbrellas, and yeah, people seeking refuge inside this famous old pub on the high street. Big long room, again, World Cup preparations, I hope, and yeah, a few punters in. There's actually these people down the end who are having a right laugh. It was lovely to see a group of friends enjoying themselves of an afternoon. Beers, yeah, again, not a real ale in sight, so I went for a lager. Staropramen, an old favourite you could see. It was plenty of life in there. Delicious. And out back they've got a little beer garden that was the scene of another famous Rattlesnakes gig on another Frogfest weekend. We put on a absolutely crazy show out the back here. It was mobbed. Everyone who'd been out all day ended up back here, and you can see there having a great time. Love pigeons. I think they have a bit of a tough time, don't they, flying rats and all that, but I like them. Bless them. Anyway, on to the final venue of our soiree into High Wycombe on this rainy Saturday afternoon. It's the Mad Squirrel, a craft ale bar, nicely done out, barrels, quality furniture, lovely, tastefully done. And in here I decided to sample another low or no alcohol lager. This is a can of what was on offer in here, one I'd never heard of. I'll tell you about it. Over to you, Paul. So yeah, the Mad Squirrel in High Wycombe. I've gone for one of these, a Klaus Taylor zero alcoholic beer. You'll see from the taste test and the Hankey Swipe video. Yeah, it's, I think I said in the Fleetwood one, if they taste like Horlicks, they're not great. It's a little bit malty, a little bit sweet. There's some better ones out there. I thought, as this is it's like a craft beer bar. They've even got like a shop. I'll show you that in a minute, where they've got, like, you know, cans and stuff of beers you've never heard of. So I kind of thought I might get like a really hoppy hit, which I'm not a fan of hoppy alcoholic beers, but when it comes to non-alcoholic beers, that sort of dry sourness kind of is better than the malty sweetness that lots of them have. So yeah, there's a few people in, it's busy. Yeah, families in. I'm downstairs, there is an upstairs as well, but yeah, I struggled to find a seat. It's next door to Meza House, which is one of my favourite places for a Lebanese wrap. One of the best sandwiches I've had, actually, so might do one of those after here. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm enjoying my Wycombe afternoon. There's a more a less obviously local drunk crowd in here. That's yeah, a bit more family friendly and such. Yeah, the last couple of pubs just like, yeah, hardened locals getting stuck in on a Saturday. I've spoken too much, but hey, I like to talk. Hello. Hello, my little friend.
Sorry.
That's all right. I like a cute dog. I was just filming some boring posters. Now we've got a... What's his name?
Teddy.
Hi, Teddy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a decent finish to a decent afternoon. I've enjoyed it, High Wycombe. I'll be back. Right next door to Mad Squirrel, Mezza House. I love this place. Right, heading back to the car. Don't worry, I'm not driving. I'm meeting Sarah and she'll be behind the wheel. But yeah, had an agreeable afternoon in High Wycombe. Got a Mezza House takeout wrap in my hand. And who knows, there might be a bit of bonus footage where we show you what that's like when we get home. Anyway, catch you later. I'm nervous. Crikey, excuse the loud chew, and I'm not even wearing a radio mic. Just savouring that. If anyone out there follows Darren John, he would have had that about three chews and it'd be down. But yeah, lovely shawarma meat, complemented perfectly by whatever combination of salads on there. And they've got those kind of like, I don't know what they are, but they're like some sort of dyed pickled vegetables. I should do a bit of research and find out more, but God, it does, it taste nice. Right, and then next up, this is a Lebanese moussaka. So it's not like the Greek stuff with the bechamel sauce and the minced beef. This is, or lamb, whatever they have. This is, it's almost like a sort of a Middle Eastern ratatouille. It's eggplant. What am I talking about? I've been watching too many American things. It's aubergine, chickpeas, peppers, with garlic, chili and onion in there, tomato sauce, stewed long and slow. And this stuff, I didn't make it myself once having sampled some in there, and it was absolutely divine. So here we go, let's have a taste of this. That aubergine creamy, the tomato sauce tart but sweet all at once. Yeah, that is, as far as vegetarian dishes go, not that I'm down on vegetarian dishes, but man, yeah, it's dishes like this that make me think, actually, do I need meat? Probably not, certainly not every night. A clean plate says it all. That really was delicious. Anyway, you want to come and catch my band, Memphis Rattlesnakes? We're at the Brill Midsummer Music Festival, playing on Saturday the 20th of June. About 5:40 PM will be showtime. And yeah, please do check out some of my other videos. The Mull of Kintyre 8-Ball Adventures collab, that was great fun. On the trail of the Hatton Garden robbers in Holborn, and yeah, Stony Stratford, where we recreated the cafe scene from Withnail and I. And please do subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support. But please do, if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button. You'll keep up to date with the vids as they're published. It'll really help the channel grow. Thank you.